Hey everybody, what's up? ChiliDude27 here, and welcome to yet another vlog. Oh, it's gonna be a good one this time. So, in between this and the last one, a few different things have happened. Firstly, for those of you who saw the last one, you might have known that I did The Wedding Singer. I think the last one that I made was sometime around May, and it is now February of 2017, so a little bit of a time gap. It's my fault. But yeah, so I guess I'll start by getting you up to speed on what's happened in the last like 5-6 months-ish, and get you up to speed on what's going on for the rest of this video, because today is opening day of the show that I'm doing right now. It's opening night, so I'm gonna start by getting you up to speed on the last few productions that I did, and then I'm gonna take you with me on the adventure of opening night for Noises Off. It's a comedy show, and I don't know where I was gonna continue with that sentence. So firstly, I mentioned this one at the end of the last video, and I said that I was going to do a vlog about it, but I didn't, and I really should have, but I didn't. The Wedding Singer. My first starring role, and probably my only starring role, because I've since discovered recently that I'm kind of typecast as the lovable loser sort of character, and that guy rarely ever plays the lead, so that's what that is. But yeah, Wedding Singer was a lot of fun. Here's some pictures from it that have been going up on screen right now. I feel like with this one I didn't do as good of a job as I necessarily could have done, and that's something that I always regret to this day, because I've recently started taking singing lessons, and I'm like, oh my god, all these different things that I never knew about, that I didn't know. And when I played Robbie, that I could have used, but I didn't know anything about any of these things. And I should have known, but I didn't. But I should have, but I didn't. Ugh. Anyway, souvenir from that show, I actually have quite a lot of them. There's a pair of parachute pants that I still have. There's obviously the book. But the big one for me is this piano tie that I wore whenever I was, like, you know, doing a gig, like whenever Robbie was doing a gig with his wedding band. This was the tie that I would wear, and I'm very happy about being able to still keep it. So, while rehearsals for The Wedding Singer were going on, there were auditions for another show. This was a very unique show. It was a show about world history. It's about war letters. It's about the real-life stories of people involved in all sorts of wars. World War I, World War II, Vietnam. You know, basically every military conflict in U.S. history is represented in this play. It's called If All the Sky Were Paper. And basically it's a narrative woven together with it's woven together with a lot of different real-life war letters, and basically there's a narrator to kind of hold it all together. This narrator is the guy who actually wrote the play, and this is the coolest part, is the guy who wrote the play, his name is Andrew Carroll. He came to our production of it on opening night. He was the guy who wrote this play. He's the one who traveled the world and collected all these war letters. And we are the first people to do this production outside of its original team. We're the first people to do it on any level where Carroll was not involved. Like his original director, his original cast, we were the first people to do it outside of that original production. And what we did, he told us that the way that we played it was very nice, very understated, and he wants to use that to kind of shape future productions of it, to kind of maybe rewrite the script a little bit and change it. That was the coolest part about this play, was that it was a work in progress, and that we kind of helped it become what it will be in the future. That is really cool. And this one has an amazing, like, set of souvenirs. I have, like, okay, one of the characters was a little girl who grew up, and she worked in a bomb factory. She made bombs, and she grew up to really regret that, and so she and her friends made 1,000 paper cranes and asking for forgiveness. And that really happened. It's not Sadako and the 1,000 paper cranes. It was the woman who really did this. And so the cast member who played her, Angie, she folded every one of these paper cranes, and we wrote all of our lines and all of our parts on them. And other things, obviously, was For this particular show, we held copies of our letters in our hands while we were on stage, and obviously I memorized all of mine because that's just what I'm used to doing, but you know, we have copies of all of our letters that we had to read. I read, I think, 6 different letters, and obviously these were all in character, so I got to play like 6 different characters. It was fun. But the best souvenir from this show is these. These are dog tags. I'm gonna try to make it so that you can actually see what's written on them. John Mussig, If All the Sky Were Paper, Ashtabula Art Center 2016. That is cool. Personalized dog tags for everyone in the cast. This show, I love this show so much. It was such a fun time, and it was really emotional too, because a lot of people who were in the cast, they had family and friends that served in these wars, and so a lot of performances were kind of dedicated to certain family members, and it was just a really, really nice and really historical time all around. I don't know what I meant by it was a historical time, but this is one of my favorite productions, and I will probably remember it for the rest of my life. Which brings us next to The Addams Family, the musical. In this particular show, I did not get a casted part or a speaking part. I was part of the ensemble. And this was my first time being part of the ensemble, and it was very interesting, to say the least. It was definitely fun, but obviously, like, I auditioned for a speaking role, but I was put in the ensemble instead, which I'm not complaining about, mind you. But, you know, it was just kind of a nice way to spend some time, you know. It's not something that I would put at the top of a resume or anything, but it was a nice little show to do. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but yeah, it was The Addams Family, the musical. There's not much else to say about it. You know what? If you know The Addams Family, you pretty much know what happens in this. Which now brings us to Noises Off. Noises Off. This is a very complicated show. It's very technically complex, which is why auditions for it were back in September. Actually, no, back in November. No, wait, no, back in October. My bad. October 21st, I think, something like that. And then we started rehearsing back in November. November, December, January, and now this is February 3rd. So that's effectively 3 whole months that we had to take to learn this show. It's very complex, but it's also freaking hilarious. It's so funny, and I hope you guys will get across that idea by what I mean. So without further ado, let's go! Oh yeah, also I have a car now. It's oh geez, no, my lights went out. Yeah, it's a clunker, but it is a car. It works, it runs. I will see you guys there at the art center. So, I am currently backstage in the prop, the set thing. This is where we keep a lot of reusable set pieces. Over there is over here's the scene workshop from the side of the stage. Ray's back there right now, he's working on something. Let's see what else is there to see. Documenting stuff. Hey guys.
Hola.
Say hi to the internet.
Oh, hello, internet.
Yeah, no, I thought I'd document this because this set is really cool. And I want to be able to look at it in future years.
Future.
In the futures.
This is Mr. Whale talking, so you can always remember me.
Yep.
I'm Mr. Whale.
Also known as Marcus, he is my son. He is a mailman.
Yes, I am.
And he is the best mailman to ever mailman.
I upgraded to mailman to prophet from the Bible.
Wait, why? Oh, that's right, because it runs under the... Okay, that makes sense.
Lights up the drop.
Yeah, this whole thing rotates around, by the way, too. That's why it's, here, let me... See all these red blocks? They come out, and then the whole thing spins around like on an axis.
There's no access because it spins.
Okay, so the show's about to start. They're doing the pre-show announcements right now. And, oh yeah, you've never seen this room before, so welcome to the dressing room at the SWL Art Center. I'm being very quiet right now because I want to make sure that nobody hears me doing this because they'll think I'm weird, which I am, but welcome me. Show should be starting right about now. And everything's displayed on this TV here. So when it comes right down to the business of actually doing shows, it's exciting, but at the same time, it's also kind of boring work. It's a little bit, I don't know, at this point, it's not really exciting for me, but I do really, really still love it. I don't know, it's a very odd and indescribable sort of feeling. But I have a show to do. Talk to you later. Alright, so the show just ended. That was pretty good. We did pretty well tonight. Hopefully next weekend will be even better. The houses weren't so big. I think we had like 70 people or something like that tonight. But it's not about crowd size, it's about how responsive they are, and they were actually really good. Very good crowd. They were terrific, they were fantastic, they were the best crowd. Oh god, I hate Donald Trump. Anyway, so I will see you guys after Applebee's, I guess. So that was fun. We're at Applebee's. We just finished eating. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the thing. The opening night was cool. It was fun. We did such a great job. My friend Flea's holding the camera right now. Say hi.
Hi.
Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this stupid and crappy little video. I want to start my car now, and I'm gonna go home. I need the keys out of my pocket in order to do that. Oh god, this whole I'm not very good at making these sort of videos.
Looking real smooth for the internet.
I know, right? Anyway, all right. So thank you all for watching. And I will see you next time. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe and all that stuff. It's very cold. Oh God. All right, you can turn the camera.